Hello, jotona lamsogo an tripuido pa channelo hain hai khakaham khakupurbai ani khapang hamjangmaya pare kaisa topic no sana thang tongo a topic hingkeke ani YouTube channelo borok kwbangma comment o sungo je chini triprahani bwrwirok chini bao mabasa kok saikha hnai borok koyekjon anu sungmani hain bagui tabuk ang obono reply khaina thang tongo obo hingke hai selabo thangkha bwrwibo thangkha chin triprahani hado phano tei kok saikha epan aborok rok bwrwini kok si sungmaba ang bwrwirokni kok no sanai tabuk je puila to 2004 o ang puila thangkha boni pore hingkha ke 2008 o hain hai kolma phika epan ani osubidani bagui ang chin tripraha o bwrwi rutukmani obhai thangmanai borok to tonghnai rutukmani manliya hain bagui chin bukhuk Dr. Sangomitra Deborma cardiologist Delhi o tongo bono uskai marhokha ke bono laiki hambai kaham presentation rokha bobo haino ulo hongka ke jeng nugo ton saimano social media ro bukhuk talkonna jamatia hongke to wain waitha thangkha saimankha ke boni pore hingke ni bukhuk khungtoya Deborma bobo thale thangkha haipan bo speech presentation rolia sudu training workshop o ten khai phaikha hi sao tabuk rokno belai ke hambai jini bago kok sainani ke tough ke kothin joton chance maya kwbangma struggle ni bisingo formality ni bisingo jeng fulfill khaima ke si invite khaijago sagaiman te bukhuk songno belai ke hambai rokni hard work ni bagai borok khakaham ha dofani bagai borok jen khaiman bagai hingke tabo ang borokni kaisa kaisa ke speech romani ang discuss khainai focus khainai hain hai bukhuk songno hambai borokni hard work ni bagai khaganang ni bagai ha dofani bagai asukphano contribution khaimaka ang songo jotono society ni borok hisabe kisa kisa je masa sak janja chukma jaga contribution khaike hamnai chini dofa develop ngai yok sama mannai
Mr. President, women of the indigenous population of the Northeast India welcome this opportunity to measure their life experience against the human rights proposed for implementation in the Vienna Declaration. The declaration anticipated all states and stakeholders over time to stop human rights abuse, sharing of successful policies with states commencing the journey, and hopefully the time would come when every state in the world would perhaps have just a few gaps in human rights policy to address. In Northeast India, the Vienna Declaration recommendations as to women's rights are yet to happen. In Northeast India, violation of the human rights of indigenous women and children occur daily and they remain extremely vulnerable. On 18 February 2011, 9 p.m., Mrs. Nilima Deborma, 28 years of old, from the Khwai subdivision, West Tripura, was gang raped and later murdered by the Tripura State Rifles 6th Battalion E Company. No, there are many such cases. False allegations are made and custodial deaths do occur yet pass unnoticed. Young teenagers are routinely arrested and tortured as suspected terrorists. Mothers and families of such victims are powerless to intervene, often not being informed. Chronic hunger in the hill areas leading to malnutrition, diarrhea, malaria persist. More than 150 indigenous peoples have died from these causes this year. Many were children, but poverty affects adults as well. Due to poverty, Mrs. Nilima Jamatia from Chandra Singh Para, South Tripura, committed suicide. There are many such cases where people lose all hope, but they remain uncounted because those who are responsible do not care. Under the Armed Forces Special Power Act, which is imposed only in the indigenous inhabited area, some school buildings are being used as a camp by the security forces. Because of armed conflict, many women are widows and children are without fathers. Mr. President, these few examples do not justice to the enormous challenge we women face. I submit a request that we have the services of a special reporter visit our state of Tripura and provides a neutral assessment what needs to be done to ensure human rights for women and indigenous people of Tripura. I thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. President. Violence against women and girls is the worst form of gender discrimination. We agree with the Special Rapporteur, Rashida Manju, that violence against women remains a global epidemic and challenge. Today, women and girls continue to be recipients of violence in family as well as in community. They are subject to domestic violence, mental rape, custodial rape, dowry-related violence, female genital mutilation, non-spousal violence, sexual harassment, and intimidation in educational institutions and in workplace. Mr. President, female infanticide and feticides are extreme forms of gender discrimination that occur systemic in many parts of the world. Countries that have a lower ratio of female births to male births need to be identified this trend, which is against the normal average count of most countries, that is 105 females born per 100 males. This disparity could indicate signs of non-preference towards female births based on economic, social, and cultural grounds. For an economically marginalized family in certain countries, the birth of a girl child often means the beginning of financial ruin and extreme hardship. It is concern to us that in some countries, paramedics are advertising the advantage that they provide by identifying the gender of unborn babies. Mr. President, Indian society continues to treat women and girls as the undesirable sex. Statistics reveal shocking imbalance exists between male and female birth rates in recent decades in India. According to UNICEF, up to 50 million girls and women are missing from India's population as a result of systemic gender discrimination in India. My organization asked the special reporter to deliberate on this form of violence based on gender in her next report to the Council. We also urge this Council to take specific measures to check this practice, which is contrary to fundamental human rights. I thank you, Mr. President.
Hambai, the Indian Constitution guarantees all its citizens fundamental rights, including the rights of freedom of expression and political rights. On the contrary, the indigenous people of Tripura are wholly deprived of their fundamental rights since past 70 years. The indigenous Borok people are either targeted or labeled as terrorists or anti-national when they speak out their own constitutional birthrights, and even they are sent to prison or killed, tactfully manipulating a false charge sheet without trial. I myself, being the daughter of the Tripura, had experienced oppression since long. I was arrested in the year 2008 for publicly speaking about our indigenous rights. Today, I am still an accused in a case and forcing to attend the court on regular basis. Is speaking for the rights of the people a crime? Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, the illegal intruders government of Tripura has denied permission to any indigenous program to be conducted with a reason of law and order. Even on peaceful program like International Day of the World Indigenous People and the International Human Rights Day for the past few years. Meanwhile, in this year, the request for permission was submitted to the concerned authority on 18 May 2019 for peaceful observation of the International Day of the World Indigenous People. Yet there is no sign of response from the state government. Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, we strongly appeal to the Council to...
Thank you, Madam Vice President. Moreover, would like to draw the attention of the Council to the plight of the indigenous people of Northeast India, who are racially and ethnically more akin to Southeast Asia population than to the Indian subcontinent. The recent attempt by the Government of India to pass the Citizenship Amendment Bill 2016 with the state objective of expediting the naturalization process of immigrants belonging to certain religious community hailing from the South Asian countries is steeply recited by the population, based on the life experience of the former Kingdom of Tripura, where in the last 70 years of being under India's dispensation, the native population have been reduced from 93% to mere 20% below only 19%, and politically marginalized, socio-economically, culturally under endemic threat by the immigrants from South Asia, specific Bangladesh. The indigenous people of the region fear that the over-humanitarian objective of CAF is only the velvet glove of the iron fist of the ruling right-wing government to engineering a massive population transfer to demographically reduce the indigenous population into a minority in their own land, if not to completely annihilate their distinct national and ethnic identity. More Bororo call upon this council to lend a voice is reciting the racist Citizenship Amendment Bill 2016. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Vice President Hambai. The Vienna Declaration and Program of Action on Human Rights is a matter of priority of the international community. But Government of India has totally violated the declaration. Numerous crimes including rape, murder and sexual harassment by the security force are common by the armed force against the indigenous women of Tripura, taking the advantage of Unforced Special Power Act 1958. And no single justice is rendered till today. It is common and requires special attention by world body. The World Conference on Human Rights considered the denial of the rights of self-determination as a violation of human rights. All nations have the rights of self-determination in their own land. They can freely determine their political status and freely pursue their economic, socio-cultural, language development. But we are Borok people totally deprived of the self-determination in our own ancestral homeland Tripura. The Government of India is least bothered about our grave danger of existence. The consider for the establishment of a permanent forum for the indigenous people in the UN system is appreciable. I appeal to the United Nations body to constitute a committee and visit Tripura to carefully examine the multiple difficult situations and exploitation faced by the indigenous people of Tripura, who is under grave threat of security, survival and existence. Thank you, Hambai Madam. Thank you, Mr. President. I Ms. Patalkona Jomatia from Tripura Northeastern Region, India. Independent, glorious, princely Tripura marched into Indian Union on 15 October 1949 with the trust, commitment for our safeguard, peace and prosperity. But India has totally failed intentionally to keep its commitment. Vice President, the Tripura state government running by illegal immigrants people 70 years is using their security forces directly and indirectly for looting, grabbing land, burning natives' villages, raping and murdering natives people. The court has failed in delivering justice even to the single victims of these grave atrocities. In the recent incident of Tripura regarding the Citizenship Bill amendment, the security forces attack on peaceful student demonstration and also attack the statue of the King Empire Bir Bikram Kishore Manikya after the operation in the birds on the village on innocent people at Madhavbari on 8 January 2019 this year. Which are bullet injured taken by ambulance, they are also attacked again by the security police. The indigenous people of Tripura, Arunachal, Manipur and entire Northeast don't have the rights of democratic peaceful demonstration in our own homeland. Exploitative administration has reached to its peak and Tripura natives are on birth extinction. Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, as the situation is worsening in the state, we ask the Council to set up commission of inquiry to assess status of Borok people and entire Northeast and help us to prevent from the extinction of natives. Thank you, Hambai. Hambai, Mr. Vice President, 25 years have passed since we adopted Vienna Declaration and Program of Action unitedly as global community. People around the world have benefited from it, but many are still struggling for securing their basic human rights like indigenous people from the state of Tripura, India. Mr. Vice President, Vienna Declaration and Universal Declaration of Human Rights both give high hopes of these indigenous people of Tripura. Their population has reduced to 20% below only 19% from 93% in the state of Tripura in last 70 years of indigenous community have become a matter of daily affair. Though the indigenous people have their own unique culture, identity and custom, the illegal migrants are imposing their religion and culture on the indigenous people. It should be noted that the World Conference on Human Rights asks states to ensure full and free participation of indigenous people in all aspects of society, in particular in matter of concern to them. But what can we expect when top officials and legislators are also illegal migrants in the state of Tripura? Considering the post-experience and present situation, I am at this point taking reference from Article 2 of Vienna Declaration. We request this Council to support us in our equitable demand for self-determination. Hambai. Thank you, Mr. President. We welcome the address of High Commissioner at the opening of the session and the reports prepared and presented by OHCHR. In the opening address, Madam High Commissioner expressed concern over human rights violation in the Kashmir, India. Article 370 of India Constitution can be internal matter, but human rights violations are not. No state should use principle of sovereignty as a shield to camouflage human rights violation in any state. We understand the concern raised by Madam High Commissioner in the case of Assam and Tripura. India's support for illegal intruders are at the cost of indigenous people for political means is leading to gross violation of human rights. Indigenous people demand implementation of NRC as per Article 6 of the Constitution of India and also demand implementation of UNDRIP 2007 to protect their own basic human rights. In conducting this NRC process, thereafter, India government must take necessary concern of illegal intruders too, instead of always passing the responsibility to indigenous people. We request government of India to take serious note Madam High Commissioner address and take step accordingly. Thank you.
Paitao hain hai borongno dopani ngai khapang hamjakma te sabai maya paiplaya hambai maro. Hambai.